John Colo at DiscountJuicers.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. This is going to be a pretty short and sweet episode. I'm not going to get into any major dehydration comparisons or dehydrator offs or anything like this today. This video is in response to a question I got from a customer who said, John, what's the quietest dehydrator? And I know this is a challenge that some of you guys may have. Maybe you live in an apartment and the guy next door bangs on the wall when it's too loud or something like that, or maybe you're sound sensitive, right? Maybe your dehydrator, like when I was younger, I actually used to use the dehydrator in my room. It would kind of heat up my room and keep it warm, but also dehydrate my food at the same time. So maybe you want to do that. Well, this video is the video you're going to want to watch because I'm going to be comparing not only these 3 dehydrators, but 2 more that I actually have off camera, so you guys could learn the quietest dehydrator out there. Now, I do want to let you guys know that the quietness of the dehydrator is one of many aspects you should take into consideration when purchasing a dehydrator. Another aspect is how long is a warranty? How long has a company been around that's selling the dehydrator? What's the price point of the dehydrator? How well does the dehydrator maintain the constant temperature and work? Another consideration could be like, how is the dehydrator flowing the airflow? Does it have a small fan or a large fan that really blows a lot of air? The better the airflow in the dehydrator, in my experience, the shorter time the dehydration. So in general, but not always, what you'll see is you may find a quiet dehydrator, but the challenge with that is because it's so quiet, it doesn't flow as much air. It's going to take actually a longer dehydration time, which means in the end, you guys are going to be paying more money on the electricity bill to dehydrate your food. So you're paying more money at the expense of a quiet dehydrator. And that may be the option that some of you guys want to take. So next I want to go ahead and introduce the dehydrators we'll be using today in this test. The Samson Silent Dehydrator, it is called the Silent Dehydrator, the Sedona Express Dehydrator, and the good old standby Excalibur 3900 Dehydrator. Off screen we'll also be bringing in the Excalibur Stainless Steel Dehydrator as well as the Sedona Combo Dehydrator. I guess I want to go ahead and give a fair test today. So I'm just going to go ahead and clear all these off the table except for the one I'll be testing, and then actually we're going to be showing you guys the sound meter I'll be using as well. So now we're all set up and we got the dehydrator, the Excalibur 9 tray 3900 model. Virtually all 3900 models and even the 3500 models should have a similar noise level, whether that's the one with the built-in timer or the digital controls, because the fact of the matter is they all use the same fan and heating element, alright? And this is the one that I like. It's been my workhorse for years until I got a new one, and it's pretty durable. They are known to be a little bit louder, depending if you get one that's balanced or not. Sometimes they come out of the factory, they're not quite balanced, and they got some funny noises, and sometimes the door wobbles and whatnot, because the door just kind of, it just hangs on there like this. I have the upgraded stainless steel tray model, and as you can see, it kind of rattles. I mean, this is an old design. You guys get what you pay for. Anyways, let's go ahead and turn this baby on and check the volume. Alright, so keep your eyes there. Alright, so it looks like to me that it's about 55. Let's go ahead and grab the next dehydrator to test. So next up we have the Samson Silent Dehydrator. Now this is the dehydrator I would recommend for those of you guys that are on a budget that want to be able to digitally control the temperatures. This by far is the best value out there, and I mean, it just works really well. And let's go ahead and find out how silent it really is. Alright, so we got a background reading. I'll hit the button and we'll take a look. I'm going to say like 46.8 for this guy. So 46.8, I'd say that's pretty quiet, definitely quieter than the Excalibur. So the next dehydrator we'll be testing today is the Sedona Express Dehydrator. This is the dehydrator I'd recommend if you want something that looks really nice, that has a really nice computer control and good support and warranty behind it. Actually, it's the longest Sedona dehydrator with the longest warranty, all right? This model does come with BPA-free plastic trays, or you could get the upgraded model, which is the one I have, with the stainless steel trays. A nice feature of this, it actually has a real tempered glass door. And I find that this one fits into really most kitchen decors because it looks upscale and not just some huge box that's maybe kind of ugly like the Excalibur that we tested previously. But in any case, let's find out how loud this dehydrator is. Alright, so I think I'm going to say it's about like 54 decibels, so that's like 1 decibel quieter than the Excalibur. But, the Samson Silent was still the quietest. Next dehydrator up on the chopping block is the Sedona Combo Dehydrator. The original Sedona dehydrator is probably one of the quietest ones because it actually has a night mode and a day mode. The day mode, the night mode, runs it a lot quieter, so it reduces the fan speed, so that's actually going to be a lot quieter, but as I said before, it's going to increase the overall cycle time. This machine doesn't have that option, but this machine is unique in comparison to the other machines. The other machines tested to this point only have one fan. This machine actually has 2 smaller muffin style fans that would maybe cool off a computer like that, and so they're significantly quieter. In addition, you could run one or the other fan, so you could dehydrate the top half or the bottom half or the whole dehydrator. So we're going to go ahead and see if there's any difference in just running one half or the other in the Sedona Combo. So I guess with that, let's go ahead, do our test. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call that like 48, so that's actually, the second quietest so far. Let's go ahead and do it half speed or only one side on. Alright, so definitely dropping one fan out, you lost 2 decibels, so that's 48 running the full thing or 46 running half. Alright, up for the last test. This is the dehydrator that I use on a regular basis in my home, the stainless steel Excalibur. So up last we got the Excalibur EXC10EL, or the 10 tray Excalibur dehydrator. This is the one that I prefer to use in my home. It actually is stainless steel lined on the inside and the outside with stainless steel shelves and a stainless steel drip tray. This is definitely going to set you back a pretty penny, but I like this machine a lot because it is built to commercial specifications, and if you have a commercial restaurant or cafe, you could use this in your restaurant because it is approved for commercial use as well. This is the one that I personally use, so let's find out how loud this is. And my estimation is that it is quieter than the 3900 model, but maybe not quite as some of the others. Let's go ahead and hit the start button here. You guys get to see the read in there? Let me check it out. Alright, tight, so I'm gonna have to say that was probably the loudest of them all, 59 decibels. So yeah, even though it's stainless steel, don't get this one if you want the quietest dehydrator. All right, so what did we learn? I have a little chart here, and I'm gonna rate these guys in order. So the loudest one was the Excalibur EXE-L10. I think that's mainly because the way it vents out of the back, it was just louder. I do find that this gets really good airflow and is an excellent dehydrator, although it is a bit noisy. It stays in my kitchen, and I don't have any neighbors, and the noises don't bother me. Next quietest was the Excalibur 3900 dehydrator, right? All the 3900 series, whether that's 3924, 3948, or 3900, whatever it is, they're going to be similar, and that was at 55 decibels. The next quietest was the Sedona Express. So that's the nice upscale model. Has the plastic, BPA-free, or stainless steel trays. I like that one because it looks really nice and works well too. That was 54 decibels. And then let's see here. Oh, next after that, we're working our way to the quietest, the Sedona Combo. So the Sedona Combo, actually, when you ran the whole dehydrator, it was 48 decibels. And 46 approximately when you run half. So actually 46 when you're running half the dehydrator is probably the quietest dehydrator tested. And then the Samson was probably about 47 approximately, maybe peaked up to 47, 46.8. So definitely it is called the Samson Silent Dehydrator for a reason, because it's actually quite silent and is the quietest dehydrator that I've tested to date. So my recommendations for you guys, it's tough. If you want the quietest, go for the Samson Silent Dehydrator. That's going to be the quietest, you know. It's 6 trays, so it doesn't hold like a whole lot of capacity, and it's a decent quality build. It's one of the lower end dehydrators. If you want to move up to the next level of dehydrators, that's a good quality, I'd probably recommend the Sedona Express. That machine, although it's a little bit louder than the standard Sedona Combo model, it works significantly better because it has a much larger air fan that pushes more air. So although it's going to be a little bit louder, it's going to take less dehydration time. Of course, if the sound is the most important to you, then you might want to go with the Sedona Combo, or even the original Sedona that you could actually run in night mode, which is probably even quieter than the Sedona or the Samson Silent Dehydrator that I tested this time through. In any case, if you guys enjoyed this dehydrator sound test off, please be sure to support me in my work. This allows me to continue to make these videos comparing dehydrators, blenders, and juicers, so that I could give you guys the real information instead of you just trying to ask the company and the company saying, oh yeah, ours is quiet. I'll tell you guys the real numbers and I'll show you guys what's up with that, because I have all access to all these units and I have all the testing equipment because I'm kind of geeky like that. So yeah, I appreciate your guys' support. If you guys make your purchase at discountjuicers.com, and I want to thank you guys that have supported me in the past, and thank you guys in advance for those of you guys that will support me in the future. Also be sure to like this video if you like this video. I'll do other sound off comparisons. I hope to do that soon with the different juicers and even some of the blenders in the future, now that I got this handy dandy gadget here. And also be sure to share this video with other people that are looking for a silent dehydrator so they can truly learn which one is the most quietest. Also be sure to check my past episodes. My past episodes are a wealth of knowledge comparing juicers, dehydrators, and blenders, so you guys could learn the best appliance for you so you can include more fruits and vegetables in your diet. And finally, be sure to click that subscribe button right down below so you don't miss out on any of my new and upcoming episodes. I'm coming out about every 5 to 7 days on this YouTube channel. You never know what you'll be learning, or what kind of appliance, small kitchen appliance that allows you to eat more fruits and vegetables I'll be testing out. So with that, my name is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for YouTube visitors.